From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at 11, streaming now.
It is on the top of minds, and the topic led off tonight's vice presidential debate, elected officials and their handling of COVID-19. WRTV is working for you, laying out the questions you have for state leaders when it comes to help for the unemployed, keeping Hoosiers safe, and what comes next. We heard from dozens of you on social media tonight. Tonight, most of Indiana is in stage 5 of reopening, and COVID-19 cases are on the rise.
Every Wednesday for the last several months, we have shared with you on air and streaming online the state's COVID-19 updates, which have included a chance to ask the governor questions. WRTV's Cornelius Hawker joins us in studio. And Cornelius, you asked the governor's office why that was not the case today.
I did, Amanda, and that's another thing a few of you on social media wanted to know. The state health commissioner did answer questions, and Governor Holcomb sent out a recorded video. A rep for Holcomb told me he made himself available to reporters today after an event, but it wasn't televised or streamed. However, his office did provide us a recording where he answered questions. One of the first he was asked was if he had concerns about most of our state being in stage 5 of reopening. Here's a portion of his response, which hammers home the importance of everyone taking COVID-19 seriously.
Until we get to that day where we have a vaccine and more therapeutics between now and then, it's up to us to act responsibly, and that's the way that we can control the spread.
Holcomb was also asked about small businesses who are still struggling because of the pandemic. Even though our state received $2.4 billion in CARES Act money, Indiana has committed to spending less than $1 billion of that.
We're being very careful about not getting ahead of ourselves. I look around the rest of the country and look at some of the dollars that have been spent prematurely, where things just didn't turn out the way they thought they would.
Now, Holcomb says they're going to work with the federal government to be sure they're able to give money to local governments who then could give it to small businesses and their communities. This whole exchange between Holcomb and reporters is about 10 minutes long, and we have posted it in its entirety on our website and social media pages. I did ask Holcomb's press secretary if he'd do the Q&A next week, because that is where we typically get to ask him your questions, and I've not gotten a response back yet. Mark?
Cornelius, thank you. We reached out to Governor Holcomb's challengers, Dr. Woody Myers and Donald Rainwater, about COVID-19 in our state. Rainwater's campaign plans to share a full response in the morning, but in the past, he has criticized Holcomb, saying he thinks the governor overstepped his bounds with stay-at-home orders and the mask mandate. Dr. Myers, however, feels the opposite. He doesn't think the governor went far enough and had this to say today.
Moving us to stage 5 was wrong. We need to reverse that step, and we need to protect Hoosiers.
That whole conversation with Dr. Myers, where reporters were able to ask him questions, will be posted on our website as well.